Hello brothers and sisters, welcome to this video. It is 10 past 7 on Wednesday the 26th of May 2021. So we have had the lunar eclipse which has just occurred now, and we can see that that lunar eclipse took place in a very interesting location in Scorpio. And Scorpio is the conflict. As according to E.W. Ballinger, it is the representation of the serpent and Satan. And if you've studied the constellations, you know that the scorpion is trying to grab onto what we know as Libra, which is or used to be the holy altar. So Satan is trying to grab onto the throne of God. So we've just had the lunar eclipse there, and also you'll notice that the foot of Ophiuchus is standing on the scorpion. He's stamping on the scorpion, and that's exactly where we saw the lunar eclipse just take place. And you'll know that this particular star in Scorpio is called Antares, and that is considered as the heart of the scorpion, Antares, and that's what Ophiuchus is supposed to be standing on. So when we learn and read about the constellations, we see that they're in a particular place which represents something. So we've got Ophiuchus standing on the scorpion. We've got the scorpion trying to grab onto the holy altar. And of course, Virgo is the virgin who represents Israel, but also the Virgin Mary who birthed the Lord Jesus Christ into the world. So, I just wanted to show you something that's coming up. So we've had this lunar eclipse. And next up on the 10th of June, I'm going to show you the next interesting event which is happening. The sun shall be darkened and the moon shall be turned to blood. And the solar eclipse, the full or annual solar eclipse, which we are about to have on the 10th of June, is right in the horns of Taurus, the judgment. So that is in a very, very interesting place that is taking place. The darkness is being projected onto the world by this eclipse, and I'm going to show you where that is going to take place. So the fact that this is taking place right in the horns of Taurus, my friends, Judgment Day is coming. Judgment Day is coming. This is not a coincidence that it's taking place here. And very shortly after this is the last day that that they will be able to form the government. I believe that's on the 23rd of June is the very last day that they will be able to form the government, and then it gets dissolved. So we're going to watch this very, very closely. So the solar eclipse is taking place right in the horns of Taurus, and anybody who's studied the constellations know that Taurus represents the judgment. But in the shoulder of Taurus, we know that there are the Pleiades, and the Pleiades represents the churches in the heavens. So there in the shoulder of Taurus is the Pleiades, and that is where the solar eclipse is taking place. So will we go before? Will we go shortly afterwards? I'm not sure. We'll find out soon enough. Okay, so let's just have a bit of a closer look at the solar eclipse which is about to happen. And you'll see that this is taking place also in a very interesting location. If we watch the video, it will show us where the shadow of the moon being projected onto the earth is taking place. So let's just watch this video and we'll see. Okay, so it starts off in Canada, and then actually goes directly over the North Pole, which I'll show you in a second. There's the shadow. Goes directly over the North Pole from Canada all the way to the northern regions of Russia. So if we have a closer look at that, you'll see, if we go back to the 3D path globe, that's exactly where it's taking place. Let's just maximize this. This is exactly where it's taking place from Canada all the way over to the northern regions of Russia. So this is going directly over the North Pole. I'll show you. If we put in 90 degrees north and 0 degrees west, so the trajectory of the annual solar eclipse is going right over the North Pole. That's fairly interesting, because of course it's not a huge location that it's covering, but there it is, right there over the North Pole. And of course we know that the lunar eclipse took place pointing at the Ring of Fire, and this annual solar eclipse is taking place pointing at the northern pole. And in the Bible it talks about the earth being turned upside down, and we know that there is a polar shift which is happening at the moment. And is this pointing to the top of the earth, guys? Look at that. It's right at the top of the earth. It's the very northernmost location of the globe, and that's where it is occurring. So a very, very interesting place. Keep in mind, it's being projected to this location from the horns of Taurus, which is the judgment. And we've just had a lunar eclipse which has taken place in Scorpio, which is the conflict, and that was projected onto the Ring of Fire. So we saw that in the last video. So that's the non-sensitive part of the video with regards to the astronomy and the constellations and where the signs in the heavens are happening. So I will carry on the second part of this video, which is the sensitive content, which I cannot talk about on YouTube. Please subscribe to my Rumble channel, which is in the description of the video. There's a link there. It's free to subscribe. And I will go to that channel and discuss what's going on in Israel and what's coming up and the dates there. So I'll see you there.